Alright, Cooking with Charlie's first episode. Let's go out and start the grill. Yeah. We got the good old charcoal grill going today. We're going to smoke these things up. I'm going to show you how to smoke them. We're just using a good old Weber grill. I usually take the charcoal and I throw it into the canister here, and then I fill it up with some paper from the bag of charcoal, and that helps get rid of it and less waste. So actually get going. Let's go inside and actually build these burgers. Alright, we've had these burgers sitting out for, this burger meat sitting out for about 15-20 minutes now to get them nice room temp. I usually like to season them just a little bit before and then mix it all up. So we're going to season this up. Give it a nice little bit of massaging. You don't want to overdo it because it'll break down the meat. Then we're going to, this is 1 pound of meat. I'm going to do 1/3 pound patties. So I'm going to pinch it off into 3 sections. That's roughly eyeballing 1/3 pound burgers. I'm going to ball it up a little bit. And this handy dandy $1 cooking utensil is one of the best things for cooking a burger that I found. Easy peasy. Pop it, squeeze it, pop it out, all done. Now we can just pick these. It gets less time of working your meat down, so it stays nice and firm instead of being all mushy. Now we got those all done. We're gonna let that charcoal still get going a little bit more. And we're going to make a nice little side dish with some grilled up zucchini. So all I'm going to do is top off the ends. And instead of having French fries, we're going to have zucchini fries. So now we're going to cut down the middle. Flip them over so they stop rolling on you. And just kind of cut them into however thickness you want them. These look pretty good for about 1/3 size. Just enough to stay on the grill, not fall through it. That one's a little bit smaller zucchini, so we're probably just going to go in half. Now we're going to flip them back over. Throw a little bit of butter cooking spray on it. Just enough to get the salt and pepper and garlic to stick to it. Just a tiny little dusting of it. And now these will be ready for the grill. And we'll see you when the grill is ready.
Alright, go.
Alright folks, we're back. We got the charcoals all ready to go. It's nice and golden white on the top. I got myself like a $3 warm hot glove from a hardware store. That way I can grab this hot coals and I won't get burned on it. But since we're cooking burgers, I'm just going to scatter these charcoals out a little bit all the way through. If I was cooking something else like a turkey or chicken or something like that, I'd put it off to the side. Now, we are going to put on our smoke. We've had these wood chips soaking in here for about 1.5 hours now, so they're going to be nice and smoky, smoldering up. We're just going to sprinkle them around. We'll get some nice smoke flavor off of it. And we got our grate, throw our grate on. And our cover on. And we'll get that all nice and hot, that grate nice and hot. Make sure the vents are wide open. And we'll go inside. And we'll start cutting up our vegetables to get that grate nice and hot, that smoke, the wood chips all good. The one trick that I've learned is just cutting it up onto the cutting board and just leaving it there. And then we can have it left over for your serving platter and everything else that you want to serve, and then you don't have to dirty up so many dishes. with my burgers, I like my tomatoes a little bit on the thinner side so you don't bite into them and get all gushy on the outside and make more of a mess. And I really like my red onion. So just cutting off the ends, peeling the outside off, and then just some nice thin slices of red onion so it doesn't get all messy on the bun. That's probably all we'll need for the three of us. And now let's go back out and throw the burgers and the zucchini on the grill. The zucchini's going to take just as long as the burgers. So they got a lot of moisture in them, so you got to keep the moisture right out of it. Now we can just smoke it. It's got a good smoky flavor. We're using a nice cherry wood chip on it. So we're just going to scatter these around. I usually kind of like to separate on the grill, like my vegetables from my meats. It helps control things a little easier. Here's a nice big burger we'll put closer to the flames, and the smaller ones off to the side. Close that back up. Damper that down just a little bit so it doesn't flame up. And get some smoke going. And then that's it. We'll have to check on them in about 5 more minutes. Maybe 4 more minutes. And flip them. Alright folks, we're back ready to flip our burgers and the zucchini. Getting these all nice right on the hot coals. Gets them nice and dried out. Gets that good flavor into them. Get the bigger side towards the inside there. Don't those look delicious already? Now our burgers, they're ready to start flipping here. We don't have our spatula out here. So we're just gonna use the tongs. See, every day could use a different utensil. You just want to touch these burgers just enough to know how far along they are. You should be able to see how they give back a little bit. They're still about almost there. About 4 more minutes on the grill, they'll be ready. You don't want them to be tough where you can't get a bounce back, but you also don't want to be poking these and smashing them down to get all the juices out of it. You just want to let it sit, just flip it, cover it back up, keep that damper closed because they're starting to flame up a little bit. Now we're going to go in and get our buns ready. We got a little bit of a garlic Cajun mayo that we're going to just lightly spread onto the mayo, onto the buns. Just nice and just enough to get the grill seared onto it and get them nice and toasted. And then we'll hold off onto that, and then we're going to get our cheeses ready so we can get that out there. We got some lettuce on there. We got some more mayo just in case we want to add it later. And now we got to go wait until we're ready to cheese them. But now we can I think we got enough time now where we can just get these buns on there, get them off to the side so they get nice and toasted. Open that grill up way here. Put these things on there. Off to the side. It's always nice to have your buns done just a little bit sooner than the burgers. That way you have time to get your burger ready. Alright. Let's wait off to the side a little bit. Get this ready. And we can set that there and we'll be ready to go in about 2 more minutes. We'll start cheesing them.
Am I done?
Yeah. Now the burgers start looking to be ready. We got nice looking coverage. Look at how that burger just goes in just a little bit. That means that it's medium, getting about medium rare. So once we put this cheese on there, it shouldn't take too long to melt this cheese on these hot coals. And we'll get this burgers nice and good. I'm not putting cheese on the other one because there's only 2 of us eating burgers tonight. And so that other one we can put the cheese on at a later date, so we're not having melted cheese all over the place. Let's check our buns. They're getting pretty good. Gotta keep rotating them just a little bit so they don't burn up. That zucchini is looking good. Give the big ones a little bit more flip. Alright, we'll cover this back up, and in about 2 more minutes those cheese will be ready. My guess is that this cheese is all ready to go, and in fact it is. So let's get off our zucchini, get that off to the side. Well, you know when the zucchini is done, when it gets nice and flimsy like that, and it's got a nice little char on the outside, that's my favorite part of it. It's everything nice and cooked in there, well seasoned up. I've got this little hot dog there for the little one that wanted a hot dog instead of a delicious burger. And we got these buns. Look at that bun. Look how nice and crispy that is. Those done. And that one's looking pretty good. Not burnt. Just make sure you keep checking them. That's the trick, is keep checking. Let's use our spatula, our fancy spatula here. And one more burger. Now I like to make sure I dampen down everything, smolder out the charcoals, because you can always reuse the charcoal if you're not going to use it again. So everything's shut down, ready to go. Let's go in and build these burgers. It's always best to have all your stuff laid out. It's nice and easy. Get your plate ready. It's this delicious burger with that little bit of mayo spread on there. I'm going to add a little bit more of this mayo spread. Helps keep everything all nice and together on the top and on the bottom. Why not, right? It's a juicy burger. I like to put my lettuce down on the bottom. That way the burger juices don't suck into that bottom part of that burger. Then I'm going to throw some onion on there. I do like my red onion, that's for sure. I'm going to take a couple of slices of tomato, and all that's on the bottom to help soak in everything. And then I want some Dijon mustard, just a small squirt on the top. We're going to take this burger with provolone cheese on it. Push that down. And doesn't that look delicious? Now let's get a knife and cut that open, and you can see that it was nicely medium rare. Trying to cut it without losing all the stuff out the side. Now how about that? A nice medium rare burger ready to go. I hope you enjoyed this episode, the first episode of Cooking with Charlie. Well, next week we're going to do a smoked ham, a double smoked ham for Easter dinner. So tune in to watch that, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.